Okay, let's begin. A boy and a giant were out for a walk. One was quite chatty and one could not talk. The boy was called Miles, and as for his friend, he was just Giant, which suited no end. "Look, Giant," said Miles as his walking pace slowed. "What's that over there by the side of the road?" There on the ground, partly hidden by hay, was a big bulky bag all dirty and grey. With curious eyes and a smile so wide, Miles said, "What if the bag has sweeties inside?" Over they wandered and Miles took a peek. "It's full up with chocolate and other such treats." I wonder what sort of thing Giant would choose. I bet something like cheese would make him happy too. He reached in the bag and rummaged around. "Giant, I'm afraid there's no cheese to be found." He pulled back his hand and was quite shocked to see that grasped in his palm was a large lump of brie, then Stilton and cheddar as big as a brick. Astounded, Miles blurted, "This bag, it's magic!" A look came upon him as excitement took hold. "Oh, how I wish this were full up with gold!" The bag became heavy and fell to the street, and gold bars and coins spilled out over their feet. "This bag, my dear Giant, is remarkably clever. Because of it, our lives will be transformed forever. For whatever we wish for, this bag will bring, this wonderfully big bag of everything. Come now, dear Giant, we must take this sack off on our journey and never look back." Onward they travelled as Miles used the bag to conjure strange creatures and replace his old rags. "Did you notice all the creatures?" Giant grew worried of Miles's new greed as he lavished himself with things he did not need. "I wish for more jewels than the richest of kings from my magical big bag of everything." "What is your wish, Giant? Hang on, I've got it. Your most favourite of animals to keep in your pocket." Giant, more worried than he had been before, started to shake when he heard the bag roar. This is where I get a bit scared. That doesn't sound like a nice fluffy cat. It seems to be something far bigger than that." From out of the bag spilled a mass of brown hair, unravelling into a huge grizzly bear. "Oh my good golly," cried Miles, clearly scared, as the beast showed a smile with pointy fangs bared. "Giant, I've got it! We're not done for just yet. I think bears are like cats, they just hate to get wet." He closed his eyes tightly and wished as hard as he could, and the bag started bulging a lot more than it should. All of a sudden, almost bursting the seams, water came gushing in rivers and streams. The torrents were quick and ever so strong. "Oh dear," Miles cried loudly, "it seems I was wrong." As the sea became bumpy, Miles wished for a boat and someone to sail it to keep it afloat. A vessel emerged along with a man with a patch on his eye and a sword in his hand. "A pirate!" cried Miles. "I must wish this to end." But then realised the bag is back there with his friend. Miles shouted, "This doesn't look good. I'd wish for some help if only I could." The words in his head were now starting to sing, "I need my big bag of everything." Miles and the pirate were too far from the sack. For the magic to work, they would need to go back. The Giant, however, had the bag in his hand and closed both his eyes as he wished up a plan. "What's that?" wondered Miles. "A ship with no sail? Hang on, that's Giant being pulled by a whale." Along raced his friend, speeding fast on the sea, with the bear on his back and 2 turtles for skis. The pirate was angry and swung with his sword as Giant saved Miles and the bear climbed on board. Do you think the pirate's happy about that? No. "Giant, thank you. You are ever so brave, and I've been so greedy and badly behaved. Things went so wrong and we nearly drowned, all because of me and this bag that we found." The boy cuddled Giant and wiping his tears said, "I wish this sea would just disappear. The ginormous waves then started to wane, with a gurgling sound like a very large drain. This big bag of everything led me astray. I wish its true owner would take it away. Just then, colourful lights twinkled from the sack. Then a lady appeared with wings on her back. My big bag of everything, you found it for me. Such kind-hearted friends, that much I can see. Yes, exclaimed Miles, this is how it should end. Just a boy and a giant, two very best friends. So this is the first book I've ever written. I did the story and the words, but I'm not very good at drawing, so my good friend Karen Draper very kindly did all of the artwork, and she's brilliant. Thank you for letting me come on and read my book to you. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a very Merry Christmas.